Okay, beautiful. All right, here we are. Okay, let me go back over. Let me share my computer screen. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so I think that, to be honest with you, how did I even get any start at all, so that I can grow to where I am now? And I'm still growing, by the way, because I still use the very same concepts and the principles. It's really called forced personal development, and I think that's something that you can exercise yourself. Now, I know that a lot of times when you're starting out, you feel like you're limited in your ability to be able to give that expertise to others. But we have a platform that allows us to have that growth. Because, like, for example, right inside of our Ingresso Cybernetical back office, all of the electronic products are, and I'm just quoting a number. I don't even know what the real number is, but let's say if there's 25 products back there.
Yeah.
What that really means is that's 25 different areas you can give expertise based on. You have a place to go get answers from. You can download all of those products, use them yourself. A lot of them are, for examples, PDFs and things like that, so that you could give direction. Okay, so, let's just say, for example, going back to an example of your posts. And let's say that we were going to take this particular link and the content, and we wanted to give a little bit of, we want to throw it out there so people feel very comfortable. If you have questions, if you want me to help you put a marketing plan together relative to Twitter, send me an instant message or click the link below. So they have the option that they can purchase the Twitter product from you. And don't quote me on this, I don't have my list in front of me, but I think there's 3 Twitter products inside of Ingresso's back office relative to Twitter. So, as much as it feels like, well, I don't want to invite people to come ask questions, it's really another opportunity for you to grow your business, because the only way that you're going to grow to be able to give that expertise is by you learning and you sharing what you learn with other people.
Okay, so for instance, that post there, if I was to have, say, the same caption at the top, how top marketers use Twitter, so without using any of that verbiage that's there, maybe make up my own and then have a link to one of the digital products then?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm with you now.
Now, before you actually put, and you've got the right idea, the link we're going to use is we're going to put our Twitter link for whichever of the 3 products you decide you want to use in Bitly so you can track it. You're basically going to put that link into Bitly and then into your post, and still invite people to have a one-on-one, because if someone sent you an instant message and they said, well, I really do feel kind of alone, Carol. I want to grow on Twitter. I'm not really sure where to start. Then basically what you're going to point them to is, let's start at a much simpler place. I am going to share with you a course that I have in the business that I'm working. And what we're going to do together is we're going to put together a marketing plan. It's really easy to follow. And we're going to put together a marketing plan based on, helping you to be able to grow in Twitter. And from there, you are obviously going to share the electronic product with them. They'll purchase the electronic product. That's how they get the material. And then what you could do is you can schedule a time, give them, 4 or 5 days to review. Once you purchase the product, I want you to contact me immediately so I can give you some direction. The direction you're giving immediately is confirming that the sale occurred. This way you don't lose revenue. And then you're also going to have downloaded the product and say, okay, now what you've got, you want to, go in, you will have received a link to the product, print off the PDF, and then what we're going to do is, I then want you to do 2 things. I want you to send me a link to your Twitter account, so that I can take a look and give you a free evaluation. The book is going to show you how to give them the evaluation, to be honest with you.
Right, right.
Okay, because it's going to give you tips on things not to do and things to do.
Right.
And basically all you're going to do is you're the vehicle, you're the messenger to highlight what those things are based on the book that both you and that person have access to.
So the book is, for example, the Twitter Blast book that they're going to buy and download. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
All right.
And basically that's it. It's a 3-step system. You create a post, you put a link in the post, you invite people to connect with you. That's step number 1. Step 2 is, the one-on-one contact for anyone reaching out to you is that you, invite them to purchase the product and then meet back with you. At that point, that's step 3, where you're going to give them a valuation of their Twitter account. You can use the details in the PDF to give them that guide. And from there, it's really all up to them. It's not like you have to, continue to babysit them. But, because after that point, it's up to them. Sometimes people get really lazy. They don't want to do the work involved in order to really build a business. And some people will actually follow it to the letter. But what you've done is you put into their hands a step-by-step system so they can follow. So that's something to really feel good about.
Okay, cool.
Okay? Now, I've had maybe 1 or 2 times where I sent someone a link, which is why you want to tell people, once you purchase the workbook, contact me immediately because you want to make sure that you're getting paid for, any of your sales.
Yeah.
But, I've had 1 or 2 times where people try to purchase something, whatever reason, they couldn't get their credit card to go through on that link. So essentially, I just had them send me the payment directly to my PayPal account, and I just emailed them the same download that I downloaded.
Okay.
Okay, so that's just planning ahead, because anytime you start selling something, you have to have a very good plan. If you sell a product, you have to be able to make sure the product is delivered. Yeah. You also have to have a way to handle clients that might be unhappy with a purchase.
Okay, so because I thought that if we wanted to give them advice, I can't even get into my Ingresso page back office now. But what you're saying is that I, as well as actually selling the digital products, we've got a manual of what's involved with the product as well. Or am I getting that wrong?
Well, it's not really a manual. It's more like a workbook.
Okay.
But yes, you do have access to the same item that they get when they purchase it. You have it. Like, for example, for each electronic product, there's 2 buttons. There's go to the page so you can see what the sales page looks like. And then there's a button that says download. Okay. And essentially, I've tested a couple of the links and purchased the products myself just to kind of see how they work. I like to try to know what the customer can expect, because a lot of times people will call you or send you a message and they have questions. But essentially, when a person puts in their credit card, then they get a link into their email that will give them the download for the product that they just purchased. Okay. So in a lot of cases, I can just show you an example too on my computer, because I have all the products downloaded. Okay. I just went in and downloaded them all so that when I sell stuff or when people ask me questions, I immediately point them to a product immediately.
Okay. So you bought them all?
Yes.
Okay.
No, well, we don't have to buy them. Being a member of Ingresso is basically what gives us, Ingresso has said, hey, look, if you want to use these to learn, go ahead. But they also give us access to those products So if we have a problem with a client that, you know, I purchased from you, Val, but I didn't get the link to download, you can still send them the product.
Okay.
This cuts down on people going back and wanting refunds or being unhappy with you.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting.
Let's see, here's an example. I think okay, here it is, September 23rd. So what I did was I actually went in and I downloaded all of the products. So like here is Twitter Basics for Internet Marketers. If I had a customer that sent me money in PayPal, I could then just email them this file.
Okay.
But if you open the file, you basically see that there is an ebook.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the actual product. It actually gives you the product in ebook, as a PDF. It also gives it to you as a Microsoft Word document. It also gives it to you as a PowerPoint presentation. And this is one of the reasons why I don't think I have any unhappy clients, because one of the things I give them because they purchased from me is as soon as you purchase the product, I want you to let me know immediately so I can give you some direction. And basically what I do to give them direction is I essentially will take the time to take this Microsoft Word document, and all I do is just pull out all the detail and leave in just the steps so that they have a roadmap on what to do. Okay? And they basically get that from me courtesy, you know, they get that free. Okay? And then I also always tell people to connect with me on Twitter so that they can also see how to market, because essentially they can see as an example the things I post on Twitter so that they can learn how to use their Twitter accounts. Okay? And that's also going to be another thing that's going to help you with growth. That's how people start looking for you. It's amazing because people will send me a friend request on Facebook. And then a couple days later, I get a connection request from them on LinkedIn. Then I get something from them on Twitter, and then Pinterest, then Sue. People start looking for you. People start looking to see, are you everywhere? Are you really knowledgeable? You know, so it's always a good idea too to have all of your accounts synced and updated on a regular basis, because people will go try to find you. Okay, and that's going to help you with your growth.
So with these posts that I'm doing then, so say for instance I did a Twitter and maybe something else from our digital products then, bearing in mind that you did say that we should really focus on one thing before we try to do too many. Because with this fan page, what I try to do is have content, maybe put at least 1 or 2 bits of content daily. So that it looks as if, you know, I'm doing stuff on there rather than leaving it for weeks and weeks and not put anything there, you see. So, you know, I'm just thinking of that aspect of it. If I'm only going to really be trying to market one thing at a time and get really good at it, it's going to limit the amount of stuff I can actually put on there.
Yes. I would still keep with that same theory. Because if you take one thing and you develop a plan of action for that one thing, okay? What it does is it teaches you habit, consistency, and it teaches you how to market anything. It also helps you with your own personal development, because the more times you touch, for example, Twitter, the more familiar you become with it, the more things you're going to learn on a daily basis. And that all is going to help you to grow to a point of, you know, where you can do things like what I do, which is teach. You can do one-on-one coaching. It's pretty much the world is your oyster. And once you get to that point, what happens is when I offer someone help, you know, when you purchase the product, contact me and then let's set up a game plan. These are all things that really help people to feel they become very loyal customers of mine. There are people on my mailing list that purchase just because I sent the link. Okay, so they can get a product link from 6 people, and then I send it. Oh, Val Adams, this must be good because I've worked with Valerie Adams before, and I know she knows what she's doing. I'm going to purchase this. I may not ever use it, but I just want to have it.
Right.
And those are the kind of sales you want and you need.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what your goal is, Carol. Your goal is to somehow find 5 people. That's your goal for the next 30 days. Find 5 people that you can help for free. Helping people is what's going to help you learn and develop.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. And, you know, I had a talk with somebody today because that method is something I developed when I first started to help me learn, but it turned into my why. When I first started with, you know, like internet marketing, my why was to provide for my family, to have a open, flexible schedule so I can be able to be here for my kids. My why changed because as my experience level changed, I wanted to help people so that they understand what it feels like to have somebody help them in the first place. Because that's the one thing I didn't have. When I first started, I didn't have anyone to help me, so I didn't know what it felt like. I really didn't know what it felt like to have good direction. So that has actually grown into my why.
Okay.
And
so when you say to actually help them for free, what does that entail? Because if I'm promoting a product, that's a sale. That's to actually get them to buy it.
It is, but it is not, because a sale is you sending someone a link and they purchase a product. You don't owe them anything other than the product they already got.
Okay.
Having time with you is that they're really getting something for free. They're getting your time. Your time is worth money.
Okay.
As much as it probably doesn't feel that way, but it is.
Right. Okay.
Because it's your most valuable commodity. And actually your time is more valuable than even if you were making $200 an hour. Because if you spend 30 minutes with someone, you can never ever get the 30 minutes back. If you lose $100, you can always get back $100. So I've always tried to instill in people I work with, look at your time as if it's $1,000 per every minute of your time, because that's how much time is more valuable than money. So when you're giving time to other people, no matter if you just started with internet marketing yesterday, see that as something that the client should be valued to have, because finding anyone on the internet that you can even have a 15-minute talk with to ask a question even is getting more rare.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to be really honest with you. The fact that I spend the time that I do with people is what helps me have reoccurring sales.
Right.
Because people will remember, oh, I work with Valerie Adams. I'm just going to buy this thing. I don't even know what it is. I'm just going to buy it.
Right.
Okay?
That comes with trust, isn't it?
That's because of trust. And you don't realize, I didn't know that I had people that just bought because I work with them until you get to a point where you work with so many people that, for example, I had a gentleman that purchased a product for me, and for whatever reason, he didn't get the product. And he sent me an email. I never email back. I always say, hey, give me a call. And he called me, and I always ask, what made you purchase? You know, because it's for my research and development, and it's also education for me, so I can figure out how to better be able to market and advertise. And this guy said, well, when I saw your name attached to it, I knew it must be good.
Right.
And sometimes it's hard to, even where I am, it's hard for me to accept stuff like that, because I really just see myself as a regular, you know, internet marketer. But again, people,
you're not.
I mean,
a lot of people don't. I've worked with a few people, and they just don't give you the time of day.
No,
they'll work you up until you join their opportunity, and then they're gone. You don't hear from them.
Yeah.
So what you offer is rare.
You know something? You know how many times that's happened to me? I can't even tell you how many. And what's wonderful is that I have, now it doesn't mean anything when I purchase something and people disappear. Because a lot of times now I purchase stuff, now that I have the income to be able to do it, I will purchase stuff just so that I can be there for the people they won't be there for.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So it really, it gets to a point where when you are familiar with the people in our industry that will never answer any questions, those are the best prospects. Their customers are the best prospects you can ever have. Okay? And I'm gonna, one day we'll have a meeting and I'm gonna show you how to tap into other people's clientele. That is, I don't like to use the word revenge, but I love sweet revenge. If you're not gonna pay attention to your customers, thou will.
Yeah, true. That's very true.
So, so one other thing too that I wanted to mention, I don't even know if you had a chance. Did you have a chance yet to listen to the course that I did, Facebook for Business?
Was that in a training or is that separate? Because I missed quite a lot of the training at the beginning because I was away. Yeah,
that was actually a training that went along with a workbook as well. I'm going to resend you. I'm going to resend you the workbook.
All right.
Just in case you don't have it. But one of the things that I showed you guys how to do is up here at the top, I went over all of the aspects, all of the moving parts surrounding a fan page. But what I noticed was yours are not filled in. And you really want to get some information in there. Okay, because people do look at that stuff. So under your About section, see, there was something else. There was, let's see. Okay, underneath your welcome, that's totally blank. Don't have any part of your fan page that someone could click on that doesn't have any information, because what that looks like is you look like a newbie. If you didn't put the time into your own fan page in order to get good information there, people view that as a newbie. You just threw a fan page together just to get, just to get likes. Just to look like you kind of know what you're doing. So I want you to go back and click on everything that you can click on and put something there. You don't have to have huge bios, but just put anything in there so that no one can click on anything that's just totally blank. Okay? And then when you come to that part, now we're also going to get to a point where we can, start having a little bit of growth.
Okay, cool.
So the next thing that you want to do, let me just come down here. The next thing that is absolutely essential is you want to start sending, let's say this post here. You want to start sharing your post into groups that will help bring you likes. So like, for example, what you should do is you should write down, maybe 5 groups that when you do a post in your fan page, you can share your post into other groups. Here's one of mine. Okay, so here's one of mine. Okay, so this is my group. Okay?
Is that your group?
Yes.
Okay.
And what you want to do is you want to take groups like this one and share your post into it, because this group is trained to do 2 things. They're trained to, they join, they bring 2 friends into the group, which is why there's almost 16,700 members, and then they put their they will put their fan page links here. Because they're looking for likes. And what happens is when you put your fan page in here, members of this group will like your page, and then you will return that favor.
Okay, so but if I do a post, they'll see that it's from my page, right?
That is correct. When you
Okay.
share, it's going to look very similar to this. You
Right.
can do two things. You can, on a daily basis, you can take the link to your fan page, which is this.
Yeah.
Okay, let me make sure I'm using the raw link. You can take this link, Control C. I'm going to put yours in there real quick. And you can put this in here. Okay, so now you're here. I'm going to hit post. Okay, so there's your page. And they don't even have to do anything. They don't have to copy and paste. All they got to do is on their end, it's going to show up and it's going to look just like this.
Right, right.
And you hit like. You don't even have to move off this page. Like.
Okay.
And members of the group go here and post their link for their fan page or share their post to the fan page. And they go and like other people's pages, and then people reciprocate it because that's how the entire group has basically been trained.
Okay. So how many times a day would I share a post in there?
I would do it one time a day because here's the thing. You want to find other groups similar to mine. So here's my group, right?
Yeah.
I guess I'll just put this here so that we have a point of reference. But there's other groups as well. And you know what's great about this is it helps you to have an organic fan base. Okay, an organic fan base. I have so many people that, you know, they send me messages and say, hey, I can get you 20,000 likes in a day. Why would I want that? People who don't even know who I am.
That's right, they're not real people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, here's what I can do. I can help you to get organic likes and have a better business. If you're interested, send me a private message and we'll talk, you know? I mean, people are ridiculous on the stuff they offer. In my opinion, I don't know. That's just me. Okay,
I've seen those. It's like I don't know. They put a post in there saying it could get you so many likes.
Yes, absolutely. It's amazing. Okay, so here's a couple of groups. Here's another one. Get more Facebook fan page likes. This one, 1,000 likes in 90 days. That's possible. This is a test group, mine, and you know it's possible to get 1,000 likes in 90 days. Here's another one, 1 million likes in 90 days, and then here is add your fan page, gain likes, visibility. So there's a whole lot of groups out there like that.
Okay.
Okay. Here's another one, like for a like. 21,000 members.
I did do that one, but I found that people weren't liking my page. I went through the whole gamut of people on there, liked their pages, but they weren't reciprocating it.
See, here's the thing that you want to do. You want to post your links and tell people that, you know, if you like mine, I'll like you back. And this way you work from your fan page. I work from my fan page. I don't just go like other people's stuff. Okay? So, like here it says that I got 10 likes so far this week. I will actually address each person that liked. I'll say, hey, thank you so much for the like. If you have a fan page, then please post it. You know, send me the link and I'll like you back.
Right, right.
Okay? It also gives me coaching opportunities. Okay, because as I come across people and I look at their fan page and they need work, I will make suggestions.
Okay.
I also can sell them my course, Facebook for Business, and that will help them as well.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, I'll make those changes. And then still with Facebook, what was the other thing I had wanted to ask you about that? Oh, Gruffin. And then the group, you were suggesting to get started on creating a group.
Yes.
And I can see, obviously the groups are really good, but it's just that I've been in a few of their groups and the content in some of them are really terrible. Of the sexual nature, and it's like, wow. So I'm just concerned that people are coming into groups and just posting what they want to post.
Well, don't be concerned. The one thing you never want to do in internet marketing, don't ever care about what other people are doing. Only care about what you're doing.
Right.
Okay? Because when you've created the group, you control everything. So we don't need to worry about what people are posting. Like, for example, in my group, let me just run over here for a second.
Yeah. And so can you actually say that you don't want,
Well, like, for example, in my group is for people to connect with other people and to be able to get access to my content. I don't even allow people to post in here at all. They can put in the bottom, for example, they can put their link so that people know it's okay to add them as a friend, but that's it.
All right, so really you only put your own content there.
That is correct. Here is the purpose of a group, and the purpose I'm going to give you is the same purpose for anyone that creates a group. I'm sure you've seen groups, and you wonder why there's sexual things that are sexual in nature. Because the person that created the group doesn't care about what's in it. They only care about the traffic coming from it, because the post that's pinned is their post to their link, helping them grow their list, helping them to market to their customers, and then grow their sales. Okay? And you can imagine, the larger the members of the group, the larger number of members, the more traffic, whatever your pin post is, the more traffic it's getting.
Okay.
And that is the goal. Now, I do care about whether there's things in my group that are sexual in nature, and the reason is because I have a reputation online. And that's the only reason I care. So instead of spending any time trying to figure out who's posting what, I don't allow anyone to post anything.
Okay, so you actually say that up front, or whereabout do you have that?
Well, it's in the settings. I have the settings on the group that the only way someone can post in the group is if I approve the post. Okay? But people, I don't approve any posts really unless I'm looking for a post from someone. Sometimes some people I'm working with say, hey Val, can I send this over to your group? And it's got value and all that good stuff, and I will allow it to come through. But essentially, one of the things that I'm working toward is I only want people posting their link, their Facebook link, to help them to meet other people. Okay, not spam, because I'll delete those links if I see them underneath the post. But it's for you to connect with people, and that's really it.
Okay. So in terms of a newbie like myself, creating a group, that's in the video, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
And essentially, the first thing that you want to do is you want to plan. That's probably the biggest thing, depending on what you want the focus of your group to be. If you're just looking for traffic, you don't really have to worry about it. You can just throw something together, invite all your friends to like it, and you're done, really. But if you are looking to have a group that you can work from, like I do, I have groups to give me access to prospects, unlimited list prospects every single day.
Right.
Okay, that's the purpose that I have for groups, because it gives me people who need help. It gives me a way to get to them.
So how do you actually do that?
How do I do what?
You said you have groups that gives you access to people. So how do you actually draw them in?
Well, I don't have to draw them in. They're coming to me. Like, for example, here's my group. And as you can see, there's 35 people that are waiting for me to approve them to be a member. That's
Okay.
35 people to talk to.
Right.
I didn't go get them. I don't even know where they came from, but they're coming to me.
Right.
Okay.
So once you approve them, what do you say to them?
Well, what I do, I have a video on that.
Okay, cool.
And it's called 200 Prospects Per Day.
Okay.
Okay. And in that video, what I do is I go step by step, showing people how I work. I come to my group, I approve a certain number of people, and then I send a message to each one of those new people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And sometimes that message has the link to my fan page, which is how I'm up to about 3,900 likes.
Okay, cool.
Okay? So I am kind of selective about my page a little bit.
Yeah.
But essentially, another thing that can help you is if you click, when you create your own group, if you click see all, okay, you can see how long people have been a member on Facebook. I target my audience. One of the things you have to identify, who is your target audience? You have to figure that out. If you don't, you won't know how to market. You just feel like, I don't even know where to go and who to talk to. I will come here, and I get too many people to just, try to be personal with everyone, but I am looking for a specific person. I'm looking for people, let's see if there's any here. Like this Shirley Cathy. She's self-employed, and she joined Facebook about a month ago. She is a newbie. That's somebody I would reach out to because that's my target audience.
Right.
Okay? I don't really like the word newbie at all. My target audience is the person who needs help identifying a plan to help them grow their internet marketing business.
Right. Okay. But she hasn't bothered to put a picture of herself, just a picture of something.
Absolutely. People will stand out. The more you learn, the more other people and their novice of how to capitalize on social media is going to stick out.
Okay.
This is also how I get very little people that approach me. I am not on anyone's list of follow-up. I don't get many people that say, "Ooh, that was a good prospect to join my business, and I'm going to keep following up with her." The reason is because immediately when I get in contact, when I connect with someone, I immediately will bring at least one or two things to their attention that they can implement to help them grow their efforts. So immediately people see that I will take on leadership role. Okay, someone who is seasoned in internet marketing. Most people are very intimidated to try to recruit someone who's very seasoned.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. The way that you would recruit someone like myself is not the way you would recruit someone who's trying to figure out how to get their business going. They've tried 6 and 7 different things and they're not really sure where to go. So that really makes my days really easy because I get maybe one call a week with people who are really trying to recruit me. And to be honest with you, those people are people who are more successful in the industry than I am. Okay. So that's kind of what you're looking for. You're looking for your target person, and those are the people that you're going to spend your time with. Okay. Here's another thing. This Michael Burns, he joined Facebook more than a year ago. He is not a member of any groups, but he chose mine. That's somebody who I would connect with.
Okay.
I'm going to reach out to him. I'm going to thank him very much for joining my group. I'm going to, extend to him an offer to call me. I can help him to identify the purpose of the group, to grow his networking efforts, and I'm here if he has any questions.
Okay. All right. So I've managed to do the funnel. I had some issues with it with it going to my domain name, but I managed to figure that out yesterday. But I tried to create another funnel for the Facebook digital product, but I was unable to create a new funnel. I have actually contacted support about that, but I just thought I'd run that past you tonight. Because it doesn't seem to be an option to do a new funnel. So how do you create a new funnel then for a product?
You're probably a little confused because you can create a new campaign and attach it to the electronic product. And the way you do that is in one of the very last videos that I sent you, I identified the setting up of a new campaign, and if you want to attach it to an electronic product, then you're basically going to do the same steps that you've done in videos 2 through 7, I believe.
Right. So you don't actually create a funnel for the digital products then.
That is correct. But what you are doing is you're setting up a new campaign. When you set up the new campaign, yes, it will give you a link to the opt-in page that you use for that campaign.
Gotcha. I'm with you there.
Okay.
So that's sorted. And then a couple other things, Val, just quickly before you go. We talked about about a few weeks ago about the list builder, downline builder, list auction viral ad store. And I signed up to them, but kind of didn't really get my head around what we were supposed to be doing with those. Obviously, I know they're list building resources, but just to get a bit of a heads up on how we're meant to be using them.
Well, that's essentially, this goes along with identifying focus so that you've got a marketing plan that you're executing daily.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what you've mentioned is you've actually mentioned, and what I'm going to do is let me just start a new thing real quick so that it's going to be easier for you to follow what I'm saying.
Okay.
Hang tight for me. Let me just start a new. So what I'm going to do is just be like a preliminary just a few pages, and that should just be that we put test here so that we understand that that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Okay, no, that's so nice. She's bark when I'm recording. Cody, can you time your barking to go along with me working?
Oh, bless.
You do not get a doggy treat this time. Okay. Okay, so this is a test marketing plan. The reason why I want to put marketing, because I never like to feel like I am telling people how to market, because it takes away you figuring out where you feel comfortable. And I want to make sure that we put daily in here, because that's really important. Okay, so what we've done is you've asked me questions over a series of different ways to market. You asked me about Twitter. You asked me about Facebook groups. You asked me about Facebook fan page. And you asked me about list builders. Okay. And these are 4 different ways to market. Each one of these is something that you would have to work and have a system for every single day. And that's one of the reasons why You have to be specific on what you're going to do every day, because if you do not, then you won't be able to follow a system, which means you will never have a consistent result.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if you try to basically say that I'm going to work on Twitter, Facebook group, fan page, and list builder, you also asked me about graphing. Okay? If you said to yourself, okay, my goal is I'm going to work on Twitter, Facebook group, my fan page, list builder, and graphic every day, you're going to be bug-eyed, confused, and ready to quit in 90 days, and I promise you that. You have to pick what you're going to do, and you have to be specific so that you can follow a specific plan. As you start earning an income from doing 3 or 4 specific things consistently every single day for 90 days, then you can add something else on. The reason you can add something else is because you will have earned some money so that you can maybe outsource a little bit of what you're doing.
Right, that makes sense.
Okay? So you have to get specific. You can't say Twitter groups, fan page, list builder, and graphing.
Right.
Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you a secret. Some of these things you don't even have set up to develop a system. So part of your daily marketing plan is working through the setup process.
Okay.
So you have to look at your day that some of these things are not ready to market.
Okay.
It's like having a store. Okay? I apologize, Carol. I'm getting into preaching mode here.
Oh, no, go ahead.
It's just like having a store. It's just like having a store, but when you first open your store, let's say if you say, okay, I'm going to have women's apparel, I'm going to have men's apparel, children's section, and I'm going to have a hardware section of my store.
Yeah.
Well, when you first start, you may have only had $20,000 to start, so you only have children and women's apparel. So even though having the other parts are part of your business plan, you have to look at it that it's not ready to market.
Right.
That's how you have to look at your day. You cannot mentally feel like you're going to market through all 5 of these because it's not ready, and you're going to feel like marketing is it's not successful, Val. It doesn't work. It does, but you have to look at what's ready.
Yeah.
You have to look at what's not. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this like a store.
Yeah.
Okay? Twitter, we're going to get real specific. But first, Facebook group, that department is not open.
No.
The fan page, we're going to get specific. List builders, department is not open.
Okay.
Graphing, we're going to get specific. Okay, so you see where we're going? Okay, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to get specific. Twitter, the only thing that you're really going to do is 2 things. Right? You're going to do a post. Now look, we're so specific now, Carol, it's not even funny, but we're so specific that you'll never do anything outside of what we're going to actually put on the sheet. Okay? Because you have to train yourself mentally to get into a system. And it takes 21 days in order for you to formulate a new habit.
Right.
Okay? So you're not even going to, I'm going to show you how focused that you're going to be. You're focused because it's in writing. You're focused because you got a plan. That's what we're doing here. Okay? But you're so focused that this is the first thing that you're going to open every single day. Now, let's say, for example, you're going to keep this guy open. Let's say, for example, that you get sidetracked and you're over here and you're looking at something on LinkedIn. You're going to see this tab open and say, wait a minute, I've just moved away from my marketing plan.
Right.
So then what do? Well, we don't want to lose the idea that it's something we're going to come back to. We're just not ready. So what we're going to do is, here's the new section. New departments coming soon, right? Just like a store, right? And you're going to say LinkedIn. And what we know is that we're going to come back so that we can start promoting on LinkedIn, but of course the department is not open.
Right.
Okay?
That makes sense.
Now, what happens is you feel accomplished because we're not abandoning that we're going to do LinkedIn, but we're focused on what we've already got going.
Right, right.
So we develop a systematic habit, 21 days to formulate a new habit. Okay? So Twitter, we're going to do a post every day. We don't need to put every day because you're going to work from this every day.
Okay.
Okay, but this will become your checklist. Okay? You're going to promote your Twitter product link. Guess what? We're specific, Carol. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to promote what product link? We don't want to be one place on Monday, someplace else Thursday, 3 weeks from now someplace else. So we're going to do Twitter for internet marketers. That's the only product we're going to work with right now.
Right, right.
Okay? That's how specific we are. So you see what that looks like now?
Yeah.
That makes you feel like you absolutely know what you're doing every day when you come to your office. If you get an idea, we put it here, but the department is not open yet. If you have a store that you just built, you cannot make sure that you take care of your customers, that you're focused, that you're cleaning up, that you make sure things are ready and safe before you open in the morning. You can't run a successful store if your mind is always on the departments that are not even open yet. Okay? What we do have to do is every day we have to get up and mentally you have to look at it just like this. This visual is going to help you with focus. Because mentally you got to see that you got up in the morning. We're going to drive to the store. We flip the sign to open. We swept. We cleaned up the counter. We put the tray in the cash register. And what products do we have? Okay, we have Twitter. That's what we're offering. If you want to, have an aisle for your other business, that's what you're offering. But we're focused on what it is at least that we're offering. This way we know how to target people. Okay? So now we're behind the counter. And now what we're going to do is we're going to move into taking care of the customers, right? So Facebook fan page, what are we doing? Post, link into, right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to reach out to those who like. And don't forget, look for coaching opportunities. Okay, doesn't mean you have to be a coach. It just means that you have to be able to look at people and identify that they have a need. Because remember something, we're no different than doctors and nurses. People don't plan, at least 80% of the population, people don't plan that they're going to go to the heart surgeon. They usually have a need that pushes them to have to go in there. So what you're doing is you're just like, let's use this as an analogy. You're just like an emergency room doctor. You're walking around looking at people and you walk in the room and this guy needs help. This guy, he's having shortness of breath. So when people like your page, you're looking at what they're doing so that you can give them a tip or two and then point them to a product. Okay? So for the fan page, we're going to post links into the 5 groups. You're going to reach out to people who like your page. Let's be real specific. Return favor. And you want to do a post. Okay? Now, the post that you do
on my fan page.
Yes, you're going to do a post on your fan page, and your post does not have to be one thing or bust. Post on whatever you want to post about. It's your fan page. Where we're trying to develop focus is in what we're doing and at what specific junctures of the day.
Okay. And is that the same for Twitter? So I could do, a similar type of post on Twitter. It doesn't have to be a business post.
Doesn't have to be a business. You can post on whatever you want to post about.
Okay. How do because I tried to link my fan page with my Twitter, but I couldn't do that either. I don't know if that's maybe when I do what you told me to do about uninstalling.
No, that's a little bit different because what you do is you can link. I'm linked to my Twitter, but it's on my personal Facebook page.
Right. Yeah, me too.
But what you do is you want to go into the settings for your fan page.
Yeah.
And that's where you link.
Okay. I went in there. I couldn't see where I did that.
Yeah, you want to go into settings, and that's where you're going to link to. And what happens is every time you do a post on your fan page, it automatically
goes straight to Twitter. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's done it on my personal page, but I couldn't hook it up with my fan page for some reason. Or why?
Yeah. Now, since you're in your Twitter account, here's the customer aspect. You want to greet and thank all of your new followers and invite them to your fan page.
Okay.
Okay? So there's another thing. Facebook groups, work on it if you have extra time, but you know something? It's not a priority until you've done until you've worked on your departments that are actually open. Okay? So as you have time, then you can come back and say, okay, I finished number 1, I finished number 3, I finished number 5, now I'm going to go back to 2, now I'm going to go back to 4, because time permits, right? Okay. List builders, this department's not open. Okay. I'm going to add a 6, because what we do have open is easy hits for you. So there's an action item here each day. Post, you want credits. Use credits to post your links for the Twitter product.
Yeah, I need to contact them about that because they blocked me when I tried to do it last time. I don't know if it's because I'm a free member, but having said that, I sent them an email and they said that they don't allow people to post their links. Remember I said this to you because of spam?
They don't allow people to post their links?
Yeah, because they said that they've had complaints that people have been spamming, so I don't know.
That doesn't make sense to me at all.
Yeah.
Let me log in here. And I just want to look at my links really quick. My sites. I just want to look at my links.
Yeah. It could be because I'm a free member. Maybe they want me to upgrade.
It might be, but let me see if are you posting the raw link or are you posting your Bitly link?
No, it's a Bitly link.
Maybe that's why.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see what websites I actually have in here.
Or maybe I should just leave it without cloning it.
Let me just see something if it will let me do my Bitly link. I just want to see, because it might be because you're a free member. But let me take a look at something. Let's see, which one do I want? Okay, let's use this one. Copy. Okay, here's the link. And add site. It added it. It's probably because you're a free member.
Okay. Well, having said that, you see, I think I was okay doing it up to that stage. It's when I actually put the link into an email and send it.
When you put the link into an email?
Yeah, that's where I had the problem. Yeah.
Okay, well let me see then. Easy. connection request. Let's do this here. I'm just going to accept them all. Okay, and let's just send somebody a quick and easy message. Okay, now usually when I message people, I've kind of simplified the ability to message them.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to go to my profile, and what I'm going to do is basically just Control A, copy this, and that is the message I'm going to send. Connections. Okay, let me just test that. Okay. So paste, and let me just grab this link, copy. Let me just add a note here. Free recruiting tool. Okay, so there's the link, right? It's hyperlinked and subject. Thank you. Okay, so there's that. And send message. And let me just go to send. It sent it, no problem. It's gone.
Right.
It's probably because you're free and my membership is premium.
Okay.
Okay, so that's probably it. Let's just look at the sent message. Yeah, it went through, and actually it has all my links. Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, everything.
Okay.
To be honest, my message is nothing but Spanish because I've given this guy like 7 different places to click on, you know.
Okay, because I mean, I would really like to use the contact connections I've got on there. I've got about 200 on there, so.
Oh yeah, that is it's prime real estate there. And then too, when you're a premium member, you can grow your downline right inside of this venue. I mean, I don't know how much I earn from Easy Hits for You, but probably about $100-something odd a month. Okay, so just try it again. We tested it. It definitely works.
Okay.
Okay, so on the marketing plan, you want to use your credits to post your links for Twitter, for your Twitter profit or product and Ingresso. Okay. Now, you may want to add something to your new departments. Look at this as a rolling to-do list.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to put message all my connections on Easy Hits for You. What you do is you come to this section and you tackle things as you have time, but only after you finish your key items on the top of the marketing plan.
Okay.
But at least you're not forgetting, we're not abandoning anything we need to do, but if we don't have focus, we won't get one thing done.
Right.
Okay? And never feel like because you do a to-do list like you are not accomplishing things if things even sit here. I have to-do lists where I had stuff on my to-do list for 8 months.
Right.
But it helps me focus because I will never forget that I'm going to come back to it. And sometimes what happens is over the course of my years, sometimes I have earned extra income. You go to PayPal and there's money there and you say, well, hey, I know what I'm going to do. Let me look and see what's on my to-do list and maybe I'll pay to have somebody get some of this stuff off. So you look at your to-do list and say, which items are income producers? Right. And those are the things that you outsource to other people.
Okay.
Anything that's going to help you bring, revenue back in to the business. So we have Easy Hits for You. Use your credits, post your links to Twitter, product in Ingresso, and then that's it. Now notice, I could put 70 things under Easy Hits for You. We want focus so we can develop a habit.
Okay, what am I saying to my connections then on Easy Hits? Am I posting a link to them or?
Well, what I've done is I basically always just send my profile.
Okay.
So all I did in our video here was copy and paste my profile, but I did add that one link pointing over to a recruiting tool that he could use, just as a way to test to see if it will take a Bitly link.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you're using measuring links, okay, then what you want to do is a part of your daily marketing plan is you want to look at your at the traffic on your links, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a part of your day, I do this first thing in the morning, is I open up a tab and I say, well, let me come over here. Let me see how my products are doing. So like, for example, here is one of my products. This is the Twitter product.
Mm-hmm.
Each day, that didn't open right. Each day what you do is you write down what the number is so you can measure how you're doing from day to day.
Okay.
And I have that for myself on a spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's the Craigslist. 2,500 hits. Yesterday I think I was 2,490 something.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can see how you're doing each day.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives you a good indication to keep doing what you're doing or to, try something different.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see how this one looks. And this one's 23.97.
Right.
Okay. And you can see how you're doing each week.
Mm-hmm.
Just this week, I've gotten 739 new clicks.
Okay.
Okay. You can look at how you're doing for the day. This way you can notate your numbers, 107.
Mm-hmm.
So I take this number each day. So I can see how I'm doing. 105 for this one.
So what have you done? Have you made yourself a little, like a spreadsheet of all the different ones?
All of the different...
All of the different traffic sources? How did you get that up like that?
I do have a spreadsheet that has every one of my marketing funnels and traffic sources.
Okay.
And I measure how many clicks on each one. And on that spreadsheet at the very top, I basically measure my sales for the day before.
Okay.
Okay. All of my sales are only going into 3 buckets. I'm a member with Empower Network, so of course I look at my e-wallet there. Ingresso, I look at my e-wallet in Ingresso, and then of course everything else goes to my PayPal account.
Is that spreadsheet? How can I access that? Because I think that's a really good tool to be able to look at every day. You
can create one.
Okay.
And you can just name it, advertising efforts.
Okay.
And you'll have one tab for every single month.
Mm-hmm.
And basically each tab will have all of your marketing links. Just the ones you're promoting. Never, for example, we have, 30 products with Ingresso, but you're only going to have 2 links on your spreadsheet. The 2 that you're actually promoting.
Right. But I'm intrigued at how you actually get it as a graph like that. How do you get it as a graph and show in the actual...
Over here?
How'd you get it like that?
Because I have an account, it's on the sheet that I sent you guys, which is list building, but I have an account with, we all have Gmail accounts, but I use Google Link Shortener, and every time I get a new link, every time I use a new link, I will take that link and put it into the link shortener, which then gives me a link that I can measure.
Okay.
Okay.
Does you have that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bitly does that as well?
Yeah, no, Bitly does not do this.
Okay.
Bitly will not perform on this level. So what you would have to do is you have to take your Bitly link and then you have to put it into the Google Link Shortener to get a trackable link so you can see how it's doing.
Okay, that's good.
Or you can go from your raw link, whichever you're most comfortable with.
Yeah. Okay, I like that because it gives you a glance. You can look at that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
and
good.
I can even see where my traffic is coming from.
Oh wow, that's
So
brilliant.
it looks like one from France,
Yeah,
Germany, Britain,
that's really good.
59, the United States,
Hmm.
Brazil, and Australia.
Yeah, that's really good to see it like that.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, let's see. So all time, that's 23.98. So what you do is anytime if I wanted to start promoting a new product today,
Hmm.
then that's when you would go and dump it into Google Link Shortener so that you can see how that link is performing.
Okay.
Okay?
Hmm.
And
Oh.
you can grow this so that it gets so it could get big. I do see myself that at some point I'm going to have to have a staff person that manages just this.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, because
Okay.
my time is always more valuable drumming up new business.
Right. Right.
Anything that I do that takes me away from the drumming up of the new business is something I need to consider paying somebody else to do.
Right. Right. Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank you so much, Val. So one last question, and I think I know the answer. Sue, that's not on my marketing list there, is it? Does that mean I should just leave that out for now?
Okay, let's see, where are you?
Because I've noticed that people are not really posting business type posts on there. It's mainly just fun things.
I am, and the reason why I'm doing business stuff is because no one else is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm doing it, because I need people to see me as the professional I am.
Right. Right.
Everybody is joking and using, cute little sayings and cliches in order to connect with people, but I want to connect with people that immediately see me for why I'm there in the first place. I don't want to hide it. I don't want to play games. Look, I can help you grow your business, and that's who I am. And then we can laugh and joke after we start doing business together. I know that sounds really callous, but
No, but
people
that's what
really
you're there for.
appreciate, right?
Yeah.
You're going to appreciate as a marketer that when a person comes to you, they already know why you're there in the first place. There's no hidden agenda. When you post a cliche about, all the stuff people are doing, this funny videos, all this stuff, when you do that and then later message someone a link to look at your business, they're going to look at you as, oh, okay, you came in like you were, wanting to just be friends and just kind of hang out. Now you want me to look at your business. So they automatically attribute that to be someone who is less than honest. Me, I'm always about the business. Personal is so on the back burner so that when people are coming to me, they know why I'm here, and I know that they've come to me because of why I'm here in the first place. So it's always appropriate. I have made a career of that it's always appropriate for me to talk about business because I've removed personal. And then out of the connections, business connections and associates and colleagues that I've met have come some very, very close friends.
Right. Okay. So again, for me, I could continue with what I do on Twitter then, post a product link for Twitter, whatever, on Sue.
Absolutely. And here you can also put, as time permits, Sue, do a post, and you want to greet and thank all your new followers. Okay? And yes, this department is open and functional. So yes, that would be okay.
Okay, cool. All right.
On Google Plus, Google Shortener, or Bitly. Okay, now I emailed this document to you. You can do with it, whatever you want to do with it. But this is going to help you to have a little bit of focus, and it's going to help you have a place to dump stuff off your mind so you can maintain your focus.
Okay, cool. Lovely.
Okay.
And then obviously with Easy Hits, with a profile that I'm putting, I could put my IC funnel with it, can't I?
Yes, I literally on my Easy Hits. Let me just close some of these windows.
Yeah.
But on my Easy Hits for You, as you can see on mine, I think I have like 50 links. Because this platform, it's so appropriate.
Okay.
So let's see, let me look at sent. And then people are going to start messaging you. You want to respond if it's appropriate. I have also created a culture so that, you know, people know why if you come across any of my links, you know it's about business. So I have also made it very appropriate to ignore people. Now I know that sounds really callous, but if I send someone a message to offer them help and professional expertise and they send me back 15 of their links, I'm not going to respond and I'm also not going to look at it.
Right.
Okay? Now, that's not a bad thing. I put it out there. If you need help, you know where to go. You can connect with me. You can get to my training. You can call me. But I'm not interested in joining anything you have because I'm already focused and I own a marketing company and this is what I do for a living. Okay? Now, what's nice is that it makes it easy for me to reject people. It's not because I'm looking to reject, but I love just getting to the chase. That's it. It helps me for time management. It also helps me to turn people into prospects that really haven't figured out that they have a need. So the minute I come in contact with someone, guess what happens? I switch the roles. The doctor is in, just like what we talked about before. The doctor is in. I've got out the prescription pad, and I say, okay, so tell me, what are your symptoms and why are you here? And then I go right into the diagnosis. And fortunately, as a business owner, my diagnoses are the products and services that I have.
Yes.
If you're really serious about taking care of your health, just like when you leave the doctor's office, he's not going to force you to take medicine or come back, post-op. I'm the same way. If you're serious about your business, then you'll come back. If you're not serious about your business and you want to keep wandering around in La-La-ville trying to figure it out on your own, good luck.
Right.
Okay? And then, of course, what happens is I have people that will come back to me for help, and when I reached out to them was a year ago. That's why consistency is important because that's what a lot of people are looking to see if you're still going to be around in 6 months.
Right. Okay, Val, thank you very much for your time.
You are so welcome, my dear. I'm going to go ahead and